Hi everyone, this is IntuitiveEdge. Welcome once again to my channel where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. So there's a lot going on in our world, and I want to take a quick look at some questions that people have had. People have written to me asking me, so let's get into some topics. Well, the first one that's probably on everyone's mind is the midterms. Now I have looked at this intuitively, I have laid some cards out previously, and I want to get into what I'm sensing is coming up with the midterms. So, one of the questions is, will the Republicans win the majority in the House of Representatives? Well, that seems, even from a non-intuitive standpoint, that seems to be pretty likely. However, I do think that the Republicans in the House will get back the majority, and pretty decisively so. However, I do sense some shenanigans going on in the Senate. And I'm not sure exactly which states this is related to, but I think there's going to be some cheating and shenanigans going on. I got the devil card several times on this question with the Senate. So look for the Senate to not be decided right away, and possibly having some runoffs and some very, very close where they're going to find extra ballots that maybe didn't get counted, that kind of thing, and look for there to be a lot of upsets in the Senate race. It may be a close call whether they retain or actually get back the majority in the Senate. That's kind of on the fence right now because of some nefarious things going on with some of the Senate races. Okay. All right, next, let me see. Who sabotaged the Nord Stream pipeline? Well, there's several people that are saying it was Russia. Others are saying it was the United States. Now, looking at this, I don't see how Russia bombing that pipeline would solve anything or put them in a better place. I don't see what point that would serve them. But looking at it intuitively, I don't get it was Russia. I wrote down Russia, United States, or other as I was doing my intuitive thing. It wasn't with the cards. It was another method that I use. And it was hovering over United States, but I felt like there was something else. And so what I'm picking up on is that I wrote deep state elites connected to the United States. So I don't know if it was fully United States or some nefarious players and actors that are affiliated or using the United States as a front. Somehow they're connected, but that's what I think. It's a connection, and it's some sort of nefarious deep state plot. Another question is Putin going to go nuclear? When I did my method that I use, I wrote a yes or no. I really don't sense that he will. I sense a no on that for Putin. Again, I don't see that he's got any real motive to do that. He's getting what he wants. The separatists in the Ukraine voted to annex themselves into Russia. So he gained some land, gained some constituents, and things are going good for him. They're energy reliant. They're not dependent on anyone. They've got things going well for them in Russia. So I don't really see the point of him needing to go nuclear. I did see in my month ahead that there would be escalation of tensions. And I did get the sense that world leaders connected to the issues with Russia needed to be very careful and not poke the bear. Not poke the bear. They need to be very careful and, don't do anything foolish or stupid. So as long as that doesn't happen, I don't think there's a risk of Putin doing anything, because I don't think there's a motive right now for him to do anything. But I didn't get a sense of it intuitively that would be the case. So looking at a local race, the local race in the news is Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan has a little Spitfire that's running against her by the name of Tudor Dixon. and I wanted to check and see if Tudor's going to pull this off and unseat Gretchen Whitmer. So I looked at the cards several different times, and I get nothing but good cards for Tudor Dixon. I do think she will unseat Gretchen Whitmer. Another question people have had is about the latest hurricane that hit Florida. Now, we know that there are technologies of weather manipulation that are available and that have been used and invented by governments. So rather than asking intuitively, was this hurricane manipulated? Maybe the question is, why didn't governments use their technology that they have to stop it and avert it from causing so much damage? I think that's the better question, because we know that the technology exists. This is not a conspiracy and it's not a theory. It is the truth. Governments know how to modify, make changes in weather patterns. So if they know how to do this, why didn't they stop it? I think that's the better question. So that's all I'm going to say about that. It's true. It happens. It's not a conspiracy. So that's all. All right. That's it for this little segment. I know it was short. I wanted to cover a bunch of topics all at once. So I hope you're doing well, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining me.